Hey, curiosity always wins because this path led me to our first diamonds. But I have hit deep slate, and I am down to 6 bread. So we're out of here. We got a pretty good haul from that. So much so that I had to make 8 more furnaces just to smelt most of it today. But now, with some zinc in hand, I can turn it into nuggets and then combine those nuggets with andesite to make andesite alloy, the cornerstone of Create. What does it do? Everything. Now we can start making water wheels to start generating stress units. But we aren't done yet. These big guys don't tend to run real fast. So we can double the speed of these by literally just attaching a smaller water wheel to these. Why does this work? Getting away from that thought though, now we can create a bunch of workstations. Or rather 3 of them. First, the press. I needed to make a wrench out of gold plates, and this thing makes the plates. But now with wrench in hand, I can rotate blocks like this, as well as instantly break other Create blocks. But I don't really have a way to demonstrate that right now. Next, the mixer. I can't use it yet because none of my water wheels can spin fast enough though, so I'll do this one later. It's also important to mention this because almost every block in this mod needs it, but by stripping a log and using andesite alloy on it, you can make an andesite casing. Anywho, you can actually use the casing on certain blocks, like this shaft, to turn it into a full block as well. I'm probably not going to use this very often, but here and there might not be bad. But finally, I'm making the millstone. This baby lets me crush a ton of things down into other things like wheat to flour, or wheat to flour, or wheat to seeds, because seeds can come from wheat too. But for me to use this mill for flour, I need a steady way of turning the flour into dough. That's where the encased fan comes in handy. That block allows me to push or pull things depending on the current rotational force's direction. But if I place water in front of the fan, it will push water droplets forward where I can then use it to wash things. And by washing flour, I can make dough, and that stuff is going to be very useful. But now I need to find a space to build a contraption that uses these. So while I think about that, I assembled a proof of concept in the basement, but this just won't do. The area needs to be bigger. So while I continue to think about that, let's make a toolbox. This thing needs 2 gold plates, a little gear, chest, and leather, but works like a mini shulker box for 8 components. You can also apparently use things from inside of it without having it open, but I can't figure that out. Anyways, with this in hand, I'm gonna start to clear out a spot for my washer. And I'm thinking that just outside the house is a perfect place to build our first contraption. So at night, I began to experiment with how this will work. I got the fans running, but I seem to be missing 2, as I think they need 7 for this to actually work. Also, a more pressing issue, I need a belt. Belts are for more than just making you look snazzy. They also let you make conveyors, allowing us to transport items in front of the fans to make them process anything I desire. But to make it, we need dried kelp, and I don't know where I should go to find kelp right now.